Thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Smith.
And I'm Nicole Privino. On Park Update this week, you may find it difficult to park in the park. We'll explain.
The Health in the Park initiative commits to its first steps.
And the BSM girls hockey team plays for the state championship.
These stories and more just ahead on The Update. Due to non-compliance with the voluntary parking ban on some city streets, a mandatory parking ban on the even side of some streets is now in effect. No parking signs will be posted on the affected streets, and vehicles parked on the even side of those streets will be ticketed and towed. If there are permanent parking signs in your neighborhood, follow the rules on those signs. Per Section 30-158 of the City Code, the city manager is able to declare a snow emergency and impose parking restrictions in the event curbside snow accumulations cause streets to become impassable to emergency vehicles or snow removal equipment in conjunction with on-street parking. The city is still asking residents on other streets to voluntarily restrict on-street parking to the odd side of the street through the remainder of the winter season, so firefighters, police officers, bus drivers, snowplow drivers, and other large vehicle operators will be able to more easily navigate streets. The large amount of snow received this season has made many of the streets in the city impassable for large vehicles when cars are parked on both sides of the streets. We understand this may cause an inconvenience to you. However, we must ensure streets are passable for larger emergency vehicles. The narrow streets simply do not allow for this safe passage if cars are parked on both sides. The mandatory parking restrictions are expected to last until sufficient snow melts this spring. To comply with the voluntary restrictions, residents are asked to only park on the odd side of the street, the side where addresses end in odd numbers. In the event of additional snowfall, residents should follow the normal procedures for a winter parking ban. Under St. Louis Park's winter parking ban, parking is banned anytime, day or night, that snowfall reaches 3 inches or more. Parking is allowed once streets have been plowed to the curb. For questions about the voluntary restrictions, please contact the St. Louis Park Fire Department at 952-924-2595.
The first of 2 Health in the Park conversations was held at the Marriott West Hotel to gather ideas and information from St. Louis Park residents.
As Bob Ramsey said in his statement up here, so that St. Louis Park can be the healthiest community in Minnesota, maybe the U.S., maybe the planet. That's kind of where we're headed here. So in order to do that, there's 2 questions that have to get answered. One is, what would that look like? Now, what would Health in the Park look like? That's really the focus of tonight, is to say, what would that look like? And then on March 2nd, we have to answer the question, what are we going to do to get there?
The next HIP citywide conversation is Sunday, March 2nd, beginning at 1:30 p.m. at the Central Community Center, located at 6300 Walker Street in the park. More information on the initiative is available at hipslp.org.
Another successful West Metro home remodeling fair took place last weekend in Hopkins. There were over 100 exhibitors on hand, free seminars and demonstrations, and experts to answer home and garden questions.
And then if it's a small amount, then you can also then bag it and actually throw it away, triple bag it, and just put it in normal waste streams.
The walk-in shower is the gold standard. That is what you want to get to if you possibly can. Don't have them step over a tub.
One of the seminars at the fair, There's No Place Like Home, Aging in Place, was recorded by Park TV's Reg Dunlap and will be available for viewing shortly on Park TV 17. Go to parktv.org to check for program schedule dates and times. You may also be interested to know the city partners with a local nonprofit lender, Center for Energy and Environment, or CEE, to administer our home improvement loans. You may contact CEE directly at 612-335-5884 or visit them online at mncee.org, or you can call Community Development at 952-924-2196 for info on low-interest community fix-up fund loans. This loan can be used for virtually any home improvement project you have in mind. Move up in the park loans. If you're planning on adding new living space to your home, this loan covers up to 25% of construction costs with a maximum of $25,000. Live Where You Work grants. The city is encouraging local employees to live in the park. This unique program offers workers a chance to live close to work, builds community, and partners with businesses. The city offers a grant of $2,500 to employees of St. Louis Park-based businesses to help with purchasing a home in the park. It is important to apply for this grant before closing on your home. For more information, contact Marnie Olson, Housing Programs Coordinator at 952-924-2196 or CEE at 612-335-5884 or online at mncee.org.
Since Old Man Winter seems to not be leaving us anytime soon, it is a good guess that more snowfall is in our near future. When snowfall predictions are 3 inches or more, the city sends out a courtesy winter parking notification via Park Alert to remind residents and businesses about winter parking rules. The citizen notification system uses listed phone numbers from the white and yellow pages, but you may also enter additional ways we can contact you, such as cell phones, business phones, email, and text messages. Park Alert is not just for weather parking related bans. You can choose to opt into receiving alerts in regards to non-weather related parking bans, significant road detours, city service interruptions, and other meetings and events. Sign up on the city website, stlouispark.org.
The City of St. Louis Park is once again offering trees for sale at discounted prices. Beginning March 3rd, each resident may purchase up to 3 trees for only $35 each. Trees are ordered through the city's program partner Tree Trust and will be offered while supplies last. 5 tree varieties are available this season, including Austrian pine, blue beech, sugar maple, clump river birch, and single stem river birch and serviceberry. Contact Gianna Priesen of Tree Trust at 952-767-3886 or Diana P. at treetrust.org for more information. New this year, you may pick up a rain barrel or compost bin at the tree distribution. The City of St. Louis Park is partnering with Recycling Association of Minnesota to offer low-cost rain barrels and compost bins. Go to recycleminnesota.org for info and product ordering.
Be a good neighbor and help keep fire hydrants clear of snow this winter. The fire hydrant may be needed for your house, and at a structure fire, seconds count. It takes 5 to 10 minutes for our fire department to clear a snow-covered hydrant when we could be focusing on the fire. Please help out and shovel the snow around your hydrant.
The annual Girl Scout International Tea was held at the St. Louis Park Middle School. Scouts learned about different cultures, sampled international foods, and made new friends. Park TV's Reg Dunlap was there for a taste of the highlights and a spot of tea.
On this day, Girl Guides and Girl Scouts gather together to share what they have learned about youth in other countries of the world. A time to think about all their sisters in the world of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts.
This year there were 12 St. Louis Park troops that attended, and their displays included Mexico, Indonesia, Australia, and China. It was a great turnout, and the tasty food treats were a big hit too. Just ahead, Nicole has events for the young and young at heart on Generations.
In senior news, a new class, Fast Meals with 5 Ingredients, will be held Wednesday, March 12th, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the St. Louis Park Byerly's. Instructor Joan Donatelli will demonstrate that fast does not mean that you have to sacrifice on flavor. Participants of this class will receive a $10 Byerly's gift card. The registration deadline is Friday, March 7th, and cost is $19 per member and $23 per non-member. Members of the senior program receive a discount on fees. For more information and to register, call 952-928-6444. 67% of young people accept and take personal responsibility. Don't rescue your teen when he or she does something wrong. Let your child face the consequences or make it right. Children First asset number 30, responsibility. Young person accepts and takes personal responsibility. Up next, Scott has a City Council update.
In council news, City Council members continued their critique of the latest freight rail study this week as it works to prepare formal comments to the Metropolitan Council by the March 3rd deadline. City Council members examined the latest route that would have significant impacts to the community, including the loss of homes and businesses. The City Council has long stated that it would not accept a freight rail reroute in St. Louis Park if other viable options exist. Several options, including placing freight rail and light rail trains at grade in the Kenilworth corridor in Minneapolis or digging shallow tunnels in that same corridor, have proven time and time again, including in the most recent study, to be viable options. Next, Misty Lewis is here with the Sports Break.
Murray's 5-3 victory over Benilde St. Margaret's for his first state girls hockey championship required contributions from most everyone on Saturday night at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul. The number 2 seeded Hill Murray Pioneers won despite yet another command performance by number 1 seed Benilde St. Margaret's senior scoring star Kelly Panic. A University of Minnesota commit for hockey, Panic, also named Miss Soccer in the fall, scored all 3 of the Red Knights' goals. 2 of Panic's goals came in the 3rd period, but Benilde St. Margaret's never was able to cut its deficit to less than 2 goals. Still, it was a great year for the Red Knights, making it to the state final as a number 1 seed in Class 2A. Benilde St. Margaret's boys topped the top-seeded Trojans in the Section 6 AA semifinals. The 4th-seeded Red Knights gave top seed Wayzata the boot with a 2-1 victory in the Section 6 AA semifinals on Saturday at the Bloomington Ice Garden. Benilde St. Margaret's held Wayzata to just 18 shots on goal. Wayzata's lone goal came from a shot from the point with only 57 seconds left in the 3rd period. The Red Knights moved on Wednesday, February 26, for the Section 6 AA championship against Eden Prairie at Mariucci Arena. Check the sports ticker below for the final score of that contest. Parks and Recreation offers grades 1 through 6 baseball spring training camp opening March 8th. Great for the baseball season by tuning up your hitting, throwing, fielding, base running, and pitching skills. The St. Louis Park Town team players lead the camps. Bring your glove, wear gym shoes, and long pants. Saturdays, March 8th, 15th, and 22nd from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Senior High School Activity Center, located at 6425 West 33rd Street. Call 952-924-2540 for fees and registration. That's your Park Update Sports Break. I'm Misty Lewis.
Well, that's it for this week's Park Update. Thank you for watching.
Now be sure you take some time to get out and experience life in the park.